see some. Oh, I didn't know that all of you were down here and ready to go already. Very, very proud of all of you for taking the initiative. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. All right, everybody. So, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Morning, Zach. I hope that you slept very, very well last night. Wonderful. Yeah, I had a little bit of trouble getting to sleep. I kind of tossed and turned a little bit, but I relaxed and then I got to sleep and I slept fine. Okay, so today's going to start a new day. You know, remember that song from the I think that we've all seen, like, this Frozen Fever. I don't know if the Menton has seen that. It's off of Frozen, where it's on his birthday, and then Elsa gets sick and she sneezes up different, like mini snowman type people. Have you seen that? Yeah, it's like, it goes like, every day is a perfect day, something or other. So, a couple of little things that I want to talk to you about today before I get started is, first of all, first and foremost, Everlast people, remember that you have that little section to read, okay? And also, I just want to point out to you that the cancer projects are going to be due. I'm going to push it till the end of this month, or I'm just going to see when everybody is done, so I'm going to gauge it. So it's going to be to the end of this month, but I really want you to really, like, because this is crunch time right now, and I really want you to put most of your time and your energy into it, and effort into it, of doing this project. Okay, so when everybody's done, that'll just be the final due date. But I would definitely use your time wisely today, and get that done today if you can. I'm really looking forward to see them. I have like a little, so what you do is, what's going to happen is you're going to keep hold of those until we get back home to the Edmonton. If it is something physical, hand it in when we get back and keep a hold of it, on the bus or whenever. Or you can, because I don't want to have to keep track of all your projects and then have to take them all back home. Just let's wait till we're all back home. I'm in the regular vicinity of things and I can put them away. So that is one thing. If it's electronical, then you can turn it in on either my page, and Zach actually uploaded a little Cancer Project Turn-In page. It's like Cancer Project Turn-In. It's another tab on that same page, the Zach Callison Corning activities, and all you do is you just, basically just click the turn-in button, and if it's electronic, like if it's an, like a journal or a presentation, like Prezi or something like that, or Google Slides, then hand it in online at either my page or his, and I will really commend you for taking the initiative to do that. So that is the very, very first thing. Everlast people, we are going to be reading just a little bit, like, barely anything today, okay? I just want to allow time for, for me to, do what I need and I want to do. And also, I really want today to be a focus day on your projects. Okay, so so today is the day to work on those. Okay, do you have anything else to say about that? Okay, good. So I've talked about that, and then also, let's see if there's anything else. I really can't think of anything else except, well, there is one small thing, and that is the horoscope. So today and tomorrow, the sun's still in Cancer, the moon is in Leo. Okay, and then on the 23rd, the sun in Leo, and then on the moon in Virgo, and I think that's going to be the 24th as well, and that's, the moon's going to move a sign into Libra. So it's still Cancer season, so my advice would be to make the most of this Cancer season. I do have to admit that I'm not really interested in Cancer, especially because I've been, consumed with you and everything that's, been going on during this coochie season, this Cancer season. Yes, I'm good with words. Yes, take advantage of this Cancer season, okay? It's like read things that have to do with it, read the Cancer book. Speaking of which, for those of you in Cancer Clubus, have brought your books with you. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. Yeah. It's only a few of you? Okay. Alright, I am so sorry for not informing him about it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's off. Okay, so that's off, okay? That be off, okay? So we're not doing Cancer Clubus. We'll, tomorrow we're going to kind of scratch the surface and put our feet in the water, if you know what I mean, for the, Leo season. So we're going to be, for those of you who are planning to join Leo Clubus, and I know that you are, because you have, you have a Leo moon. Never mind, that sound is just water leaking. Leo Clubus will be tomorrow, okay? Probably in the morning, again tomorrow, okay? And what's going to happen is, daily in the afternoon, we're going to be, getting together and doing lessons and talking about the Charles Pie. So I've already, put down a lot of my ideas, the introduction. I've already kind of listed it out, but we actually didn't do that yesterday. We sang other songs, didn't we? We sang the what's it called? The Hanging Tree. Yeah, and we also listened to some choral music, and also, beautiful Rainbow's End, if you can remember. It is just such a pretty melody. So, if you haven't heard Rainbow's End, it is such a beautiful, short but really pretty orchestra piece, and I really recommend And today I want to get to that musical surprise that you're wondering about, and you did take Pink for that. I knew, I knew that you did. So you can't remember. Wonderful. Yep. If something happens, I don't want people to, remember if it's like a negative or something that I feel, guilty or really, really bad about. Um, you know, just to keep the cement and olive branch, number one, and number two, I just don't want people, going about remembering that. So take the Pink. There's like a special name for it, like a joking name. I don't know the name for that, but I just call it Pink. And then you just forget. You just take it, and then you forget whatever you think about or say to forget. So it's actually going to be happening is you had a couple of things to talk about. Okay. Well, so I'm gonna let you talk about that. Okay. Um. Oh, really? Okay. So you brought your chart with you. Okay. So we're gonna talk about that. All right. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Wonderful. Good. Okay, so what I'm going to actually have right now, since Cancer Clubus is out of the question, okay, we're going to be, I'm going to be having him go up and talk a little bit, and, he has a couple of things planned for all of you, and then when we're done, you can go upstairs, work on the projects, while I attend to my my mentor and find out how things are going over there. Okay, so yeah. Mhm. So get to it. And also another thing that I forgot to tell you about is, first of all, the horoscope. Okay, so I want you to go in and watch that. I have several recommendations for you. The Hal Leonard music and also the orchestra. Those are the two options for you. Remember that, Zach has the activities, which he's going to talk about. Okay, actually. Talk about and teach, about a couple of the songs and the story and, what they mean and message and moral and everything. Okay, so go in and remember, because I don't have all the materials I had. So you're going to need to go in and you're going to need to watch the horoscope on your own. So Sun and Cancer, Moon and Leo, go and watch Deborah Silverman. Okay, that's really all that I have. I might actually, since I don't really have anything planned and we have all the time in the world, I think that I am going to be showing you an engaging tour of what's down here a little bit, a little demonstration. I think that'd be kind of fun over some of the materials that are working down here, okay? And actually, the history of this house, the history of the Corning house and everything, it's all down here and its artifacts and everything. Just like, the history of Charles Pizer, which you're not going to talk about today, you said. So, yeah, you can go up here and you can do your little demonstration. Everybody remember, kind of the rules, be attentive, be respectful as Zach is presenting. Wonderful job. Okay, now that tour that I was talking about, the little demonstration. Well, first of all, I want to start out by talking about some of these things that are on on this table, and I want to start out with this this rug here. I want to talk about this old rug, this very, very old rug. Now, way back, since this house dates back to 1806, way back, this was the original rug that was in the kitchen back then. You know what the kitchen looks like because you took a tour at the very, very beginning of the Corning house. So this used to be the original floor lining the kitchen, and this is only a part of it. There's another part of it right here. I just want to show you what it looks like. So so as you can tell, so this is, it's broken down into parts. This is some of it, and then this is the other half. This is the stronger half, as you can see if you take a look at it here, okay? If you take a look at it, and then this is the weaker half, as you can tell, because there's tape around, there's tape around it, and it's in a little bundle, because there were a lot of, just one day, if you have, floor sitting around for so long, with so many things on it, then, gets weak and it rips itself apart, so it needed tape, to, keep it together and tape up the little cracks and the, where it's insecure, or, where the seams are, to ensure the safety and the, really keeping it, together. Because this part of the floor used to have a lot of chairs and tables and kitchen that were very, very heavy, that just pounded right down, with its weight and everything. And over time, it just frayed out, and it, weakened and not loosened, so it needed the tape, and it needed very, very strong, sturdy tape to really keep it together and everything. This was the end of the floor. So this was at the left side of the kitchen. This was at the right side of the kitchen. This side of the kitchen didn't have those heavy weight things on it. So that was the side of the kitchen without the actual kitchen and chairs area. So it had a lot less on it. And it survived for the same amount of years, and it is a lot stronger, and not, a lot stronger, a lot, sturdier, if you know what I mean, a lot more, new and in good shape looking, apparently, because this does not have the tape around the little seams, and this is weak and can't be used anymore. Okay, so that's that. When the matron Andrew Sams was originally here in the year 1806, he was the very, very first person who lived and who made the money and founded lived in this house. He was the person who originally, was the person who put in all the plans for its construction, the restoration, if you know what I mean, So he was the one who originally founded it, created it, was in complete control of it, and was the first person to live in the home. And back then, there was horses and buggies lined up There was radios that were sounding on fragile floors where you were to jump on them and the floor would creak, really old music, and the wood of the house, the walls and the floors were so sensitive that a really big noise would get into it and really shudder it and probably shake it and weaken it. So back then, knitting, crocheting, really old furniture, and kitchen utensils and living way back in the 1800s, and also the clothes, and also the way they talk back then, and then how they live, how they sleep, how they eat is all very fascinating. And you're going to be telling the image, and you said that you would also talk about the history of that time period. So I'm going to hand it over to you after I'm done. So that was a little tidbit. He slept up in the Cheeto Pine room, which is the room upstairs in the let's see here, I'm trying to get the northwest corner of the house, along with his wife, Julie. He slept in the left bed, she slept in the right bed, and they removed all of the artifacts, they removed all of their original furniture, they removed all of the pictures, all of the kitchen tools, everything that they had. It was all destructed before the modern residents came and live in the house right now. So that was very interesting. That was, something I'm just trying to think of it on the spot, because I really haven't been, looking too hard at it, and I don't really know, so, but that's, really the bare minimum. It's pretty straightforward, really. Now, I want to talk about this. This is, this right here is a 1970s, 1980s, fertilizer bucket. This is a, it's like a little bucket that has, plant fertilizer in it, the solid powder with the water that's been sitting for a lot of years. It probably has crap and dust and dirt and algae and mold in it. It's very old and it can't be usable, and it has all been drained out. All of the water has been drained out, and what is left is all the dirt and all the the powder and the dust and the sand and all the webs of within here. So fertilizer keeps the bugs off of plants, so that they can harvest without getting bugs on them, as you should know. And it used to be bright blue and shining and sparkling, and you would just fertilize your plants with this kind of thing. And I should mention that, on the same cleaning, there was another one of these that used to contain car cleaner. It used to contain a little bit of suds and a little bit of water that you could use to clean off your car. And this is talking about the 70s and the 80s. This is moving forward in time. So, cleaning and shining up your car. This is what that, also would be used for. Okay. I want to talk about, let's see if there's anything else I have to talk about. Yeah, so, what's going to happen is it's going to be a part series, okay? So I'm going to walk you through this area today, okay? tomorrow it's going to be another area. It's going to be over behind you. And then it's going to be that area on the third day. So it's a three-part series. It should cover everything. I mean, every area and every, most of every aspect that, I know and that we can cover and uncover and, unbox and look at and learn about. Okay, let's see here. Oh yeah, I want to talk about this real quick. I want to talk about what this is. This is the model 1990s from 2000 to 2010 fertilizer. I want you to really look, the great thing about this is that you can see through, into to see what it looks like. So as you can tell, it's kind of it's a Milky Way Meissner, it's a Milky Way Meissner Edward color, okay? There's also some color shades. I have a couple of those on my website as well. Actually, I think that, Webembe Bluebell has that on hers. I don't have any color shades. But this is one of her color shades. It's blue-green. It's a blue-green in this light, but yet really vibrant, dark, shade. It's kind of like a one. You can tell, if you look at it, that it's mostly green, but there's like the little intensity of blue in there. So it's the mixture of that, and the only thing this needs is some really orange, artificially looking orange hair, and it would make the Meissner color combination. Just that shade of hair, red, orange, maybe a little bit of pink in there and brown. Put that all together, and you've got the complete Meissner. Okay, so this is what it looks like. This is again fertilizer that you would use on the plants. Sometimes they would suds it up, put this in like soapy water, or sometimes they just pour it right on to the plants. Okay, so it was put in this box and it was sealed up for all time, and there is literally no way to open it. It's been sitting around for a while, so it's super old and probably not really good anymore, and moldy and ancient and no use anymore. Okay, so now I want to talk to you about cans. I want to talk to you about cans. So these are a couple of cans of paint, actually. These are paint cans. There was this one, as you can see right here. Okay, there was this one, and count how many. There was this one. There was this one right here, as you can see. 3 cans. And the shades are this one. Let's see, does it make any difference on the... Okay, no it doesn't. This one is dark brown. It's a very, very dark brown color. The color of chocolate. The color of chocolate. This was used to paint around the insides of the house. When you're walking around this house and you see like the little, it's like the, the little Struby, from the parlor, first room of the house when you walk in through the front door over to the right side, and then it crosses over into the living room. That thing that is in between at the, on the ceiling, the little Struby, okay, it had this, like this very, very dark brown, but as you can see, it had a red, some red mixed in. It was like red with like pinkish red, looks like a tickle pink, pinkish red color. Kind of looks like an Indian in tandoori chicken like shade. Okay, you know what that looks like. So dark brown with that red, it could either be Indian tandoori or beautiful, beautiful Chinese, um, lighter General Tso's chicken. Well, probably not the General Tso since that's the darker type. So dark brown, it could also be used for a variety of other things, such as parts of the outside of the house, inside of the house. So you'll go around and look. Oh, also, at the little, at the little, I forget what they're called, but they're beams. Like if you go into the art studio, the upper art studio, and you see the knotters. I believe what they're called. I don't know if they're called knotters, but the little beams that hang from the ceilings, and they're just beautiful boiled, like Scorpio things. I'm not really another custom for that. I can't think of the customary words, but they are, the little beams, and the dark brown, rich chocolatey, dirt like brown. Well, back, those were old, and these, date way back to they date way back to 1920. They're so old, but they were, they were in use for a very, very, very long time, and they were very, very handy and very versatile. The paint was, lasted for a long time. It was still, good. It was still, fresh and healthy, and still had the coloration to it that it needed.